went to New York years ago to see it, and they turn it off at night, which I didn't care for.
Light bill.
Oh, yeah, I got to pay the bill, I guess.
The
All
light
right.
bill's high. You don't want a
Morning
high light
fog
bill.
is our main issue tomorrow and Saturday. Not as much Saturday as there's no real morning commute, but just something to be mindful of. We are warmer, more humid. You could already feel it during the day today. That continues through really early Sunday morning, and then that Arctic blast arrives just in time for the start of next week. It'll be a chilly start to next week. Now, our immediate concern, again, for the weather impact alert is for the morning fog. Wasn't too bad today, but the humidity will likely rise a bit more for tomorrow and Saturday, and we're going to keep that mention in. Dew points are in the 50s, low 60s, but they may peak a little bit more overnight tonight and heading into tomorrow. Now, visibility is not an issue for the evening drive home, really not a concern until we head into the overnight hours, and for the morning commute tomorrow, may see some patchy but dense areas. Moisture still coming in from the Gulf, and I pointed this out at the top of our newscast, a little bit of rainfall that is offshore. Some of that rainfall will move our way during the day tomorrow. About a 30% chance, I think. Most of the rainfall not affecting too many folks, but we're going to keep the mention of some showers in the forecast through tomorrow, probably midday into the early afternoon, then the rest of the evening and night are going to be fine. A little bit of fog as we get into our Saturday morning, and here comes that Arctic cold front. It starts to move in during the early morning hours of Sunday. Few spotty showers are likely along that front, and notice the timing. The models have been speeding up the frontal passage, and if this moves in kind of just after or not too many hours after sunrise on Sunday, the rest of the day Sunday is going to be cold and windy. And with that, again, ahead of the front, that rainfall that is kind of surging up, there is a low end threat for some severe weather. Remember yesterday, this was the area that was being highlighted across parts of the Florida parishes that has now been shifted a little bit more toward Mississippi. I don't really think we're going to see any severe weather from those storms kind of ahead of a system. Then we've got the Arctic plunge that arrives and will bring in some very cold temperatures for a couple of days. Doesn't last for very long, because almost as soon as it arrives by Wednesday or so, that colder air is already retreating back up to the northeast, and then by the end of the week, it is locked back up into Canada. So it's only making its showing for a couple of days, more so and a longer duration across the northern parts of the nation. But for the Gulf Coast, not long. But we are looking at a pretty significant impact on on Monday morning. Maybe a little bit of patchy frost, but I think the winds are going to be too strong. The model here is really going aggressive with the widespread freeze in purple, and even the potential for any kind of pipe type weather. That would be mid to upper 20s. That would be an extreme for a long duration, but something to at least be mindful of and pay attention to, especially through the weekend, to see where the temperatures are by Tuesday. Notice Wednesday morning, maybe again a little bit of patchy frost, but the coldest of the air is already retreating to the north. So taking it day by day or morning by morning, Monday morning it's going to be more of the wind chills in the 30s, and at times even feeling like the upper 20s. Definitely 30s, might stay in the 40s for a wind chill on the South Shore, but even a few upper 20s are possible Monday morning. And then Tuesday morning is when we're expecting the freezing temperatures and patchy frost. And again, that does look to be a little bit more widespread. Even areas on the South Shore away from the city could see the frost. Freeze, though, North Shore and maybe even some of the river parishes. So weather impact alert for early tomorrow and early Saturday. By Sunday, issuing a weather impact alert, because that's when the temperatures will be plummeting. Monday, Tuesday morning, very cold by Wednesday. High temperatures are already back into the 70s.
All right.